Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I've got a little microphone today. Hopefully it'll work. This is Alex with Grow Time Hydroponics. Today we're going to talk about various deficiencies in your plants, how to recognize them, how to fix them, talk about flushing your system again, different supplements to correct them, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and, again, just wait a few moments. Usually we have a couple of live viewers, so just in case they want to chat or ask questions, we'll hold just a few moments. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, in the comments, go ahead and just give me a thumbs up or a yes. If you can't, please let me know. All right. Looks like we've got a few different viewers. Perfect. All right, so you can hear me. So today, as I just mentioned, we're going to talk about some different deficiencies in your plants, leaf discolorations, things to look for that you want to fix early on, just to make sure you're getting good output, your plants are strong and healthy. If it comes time to get fruit, that your flowers are actually staying on the pods and giving you fruit. That's where fruit comes from, is flowers. So let me switch this camera around and we'll take a look. All right, so I've got this nice little printout here for you guys, and we'll talk about a few of the ones that we get most here in the store. So first would be boron. That's a discoloration of leaf buds, breaking and dropping of buds. Calcium. So we'll talk about CalMag, and you've heard me mention it a few different times. CalMag is jokingly referred to as like the savior of hydroponics. A lot of times if you have an issue with your plants, especially if they're flowering and fruiting, CalMag, which is calcium, magnesium, and iron, that can be an easy fix. So if you have plants that are dark green with tender leaves that are pale, dying starts from the tips, and eventually leaf buds will die as well. Iron, that is also an additive in CalMag. You'll get pale leaves, no spots, major green veins. Magnesium, you get some paleness of the leaf edges, no spots, edges have cup-shaped folds, leaves die and drop in extreme deficiency. You have phosphorus, that's when your plant is short and dark green, and it's going to have extreme deficiencies, turn brown or black, bronze color under the leaf. Potassium, small spots on the tips, edges, and pale leaves. Spots turn rusty and it folds at the tip. And nitrogen, you're going to have stunted growth, extremely pale color, upright leaves with light green yellowish. They're going to appear burnt in extreme deficiency. So a few supplements that can help you out. You have Hydroplex, Silica Blast, and Liquid Karma, as well as the Armor Si. So the Silica Blast will help you in extreme environments. So if you have higher temps, if you have drought, frost, things like that, Silica Blast is a great supplement that will help your plants stay healthy, make sure your leaves don't turn any funny colors. Hydroplex is a bloom enhancer, and it's just going to help your fruiting and flowering plants and your budding plants just get larger. You want to use these in conjunction with your normal nutrient solution, if that's Botanicare, if that's General Hydroponics, Fox Farm, whatever that may be. These are simply just supplements to make sure that in the blooming phase you give the plants everything that they need. If you have extreme environments, Silica Blast is good for that. The Liquid Karma is just a plant growth enhancer. So this one is a natural and organic mixture, and it's perfect to complement your regular feed program, beneficial to your plants, and promotes increased microbial colonization within the grow media or soil. So you can use this throughout the grow cycle, and it will, again, hopefully correct any like nitrogen or phosphate issues that you have. If you're ever unsure of what nutrients and what supplements are going to be great additives, we're here and happy to talk to you. You can also just take a look at what they have in them. So each one on the back will tell you what it comes with and what it's comprised of, just like most of the food that you consume and stuff like that. So that's a good place to start as well. I talked about the Armor Si, so that's another just a growth enhancer. So you do want to use it in addition to your regular fertilizer. It's going to have benefits of silica and potassium. So it's going to strengthen your plants. You can use this in hydroponics, cocoa coir, soilless blends, as well as for garden cultivation. And you've heard me mention the CalMag. So the difference between these is this is a calcium magnesium supplement. It's an organic line. So as we mentioned, there is a line from General Hydroponics called General Organics, and that is their version of the CalMag. You have General Hydroponics, CALiMAGic, same thing, CalMag, calcium magnesium supplement. It does also have iron in it, so although it doesn't talk about it on the front, you'll see it has nitrogen, calcium, magnesium, and iron in it. And then what we use in here is good old Botanicare CalMag Plus. This is the new and enhanced version of CalMag that they released a couple of years ago. So again, you want to add this to your nutrient solution. It should not be used on its own. And if you're using CalMag, mix it before you mix your nutrients. It should go into your water, into your reservoir first, outside of any like HydroGuard, which we talked about in the nutrient video. It's highly recommended to use CalMag for fruiting and flowering plants, and if you're using reverse osmosis water, see that filter over there, that's what we use, so it basically strips the water of everything. You want to make sure to add CalMag back. So let's take a look at a few of the we don't have many problem plants in here. We try to keep them, you know, looking good and looking fresh, but on the pepper plant in here, there are a few leaves that you can see. Let me pick that one. So check it out. It's yellow, it's curling, it's small. You can obviously tell it doesn't look like the rest of these in here, which are nice and healthy and green. You can kind of see that one, how it curls under and it has the yellowness. And the reason you don't see many of them on our plants is that I get rid of them. As soon as I see any kind of deficiency in our plants, I will immediately figure out what's wrong with it. I'll try and correct it in the nutrient solution, and I will get rid of those leaves. I don't want the plant giving those leaves any energy that it doesn't need to. I want to instead direct the plant to focus on green, healthy, fresh leaves. So you won't find many of them in our store. Yeah, the pepper plants are huge. You should see the ones in the back. I'll show you now. Alright, so these are the other pepper plants. They were all germinated at the same time. They were just grown differently. The ones in the front were grown in a deep water culture bucket. Actually, they're in a creaky bucket. There's no air stone or anything. The roots are right into the water, a lot more passive. This is an ebb and flow. So these guys, they get flooded 5 or 6 times a day. This tray right here will flood with water. It'll bottom feed. And the little clay pebbles right down in there, they'll stay wet just long enough until the next cycle. So in here, the only thing I do want to talk about is both of the Serrano pepper plants have not given us any fruit. So I've got some Thai chili in here, habanero, and hey guys, sorry about that. I am back. Hopefully you will join me again. And you got a notification. It looks like my Wi-Fi is out a little bit. Back for common deficiencies over here. One of the things to note on the pepper plants is that we're not getting any fruit. We're not getting any flowers. So a few things to note if your pepper plants or any of your other flowering plants are dropping those flowers. Is your temperature too high? Likely not. So in here we keep it at 72 degrees. It's really controlled. So I don't think that the temperature is our problem in here. Another problem could be inconsistent humidity. Again, not a problem in here. It's pretty controlled. We keep it same temperature all the time. It could be a phosphorus deficiency. It could also be excess nitrogen. Remember, if you have too much nitrogen, you're going to have more leaves, more grain growth, and less of the flowers and the fruit that you really want. That's why it's important when you have plants that go from a growth stage to a vegetative stage that you switch the nutrient solutions and you give them what they need. It could also be poor pollination, which we talked about before. Most of the flowering plants, you will need to pollinate them yourselves. That means you need to shake them up. I've seen people do it with Q-tips, toothbrushes, whatever the case may be. But when you get these flowers, like that, for instance, you want to make sure that you pollinate it. A couple different ways to do that. So I am going to take you right on back up front. Looks like we've only got one person that joined us from the first video. Sorry about that. Looks like I lost my internet, but we'll get these two posted together. But here you can see those leaves I picked off. So this one is going to be a calcium and a magnesium issue. Those front pepper plants, that's what they've got going on. So I'll go ahead, see if we have any questions or anything like that. Hopefully we've done a good job. Check out our website, growtimehydroponics.com. On our website we have tons of educational, not just videos, but one of the things that we are super excited about is called the Hydroponic Newbie Cheat Sheet. So we went through and picked out all of the just tips and tricks for new people that, you know, they might not be, you know, very fluent in hydroponic knowledge or even the basics of it. So we put that together. Let me see if I can actually find us one. I think I can. Hold tight. Alright, so this is the Hydroponic Newbie Cheat Sheet. We talk about water and all those issues, nutrients. Talk about seedlings, lights, and just general tips and information and how we can help you, just in case. How do you know it's a calcium deficiency? So I think you might have joined us late, but you can check out. We're having a lot of problems with our pepper plants, and as far as dropping leaves, not all of them, just the serrano peppers, it seems to be. They're dropping bundles everywhere that we go. I think it's a calcium and a magnesium deficiency in the pepper plants in the front, just because in the beginning I actually wasn't adding any CaMg to them. So over time they've gotten better, but they still have a couple of leaves like this, which is, you know, indicative of a magnesium. Magnesium usually comes with calcium. Hope that helps. In the meantime, check out this awesome flyer. So in addition to, you know, hydroponic stuff, you know, you're thinking about seeds and lights and tents, we have things like timers and meters, nutrient solutions, microgreen kits, trays, books, mushroom kits, all kinds of stuff. And something else that came in today is this beautiful seed display. So it's a mixture between veggies, herbs, and flowers. I am super excited about the wildflowers up top. I haven't done any of them hydroponically, but I'm curious. I'm going to try them out anyways. If not, wildflowers are great for the environment, so we'll definitely give those to the outside. Thanks for the love. All right. I know we've got a couple people joining us live. I just don't see any questions or anything like that. So I think I'm going to sign off for the day. Again, I do apologize for the bad internet. We'll try and sew these two videos together, put them on our YouTube channel. If you haven't seen our YouTube channel, we just basically collect all these videos and put them up. They're also on our website under the educational area. You'll find the newbie cheat sheet there. You'll find different write-ups on basically everything we're doing videos on. We actually write about it too. So if you don't have the attention span for the videos, or if you just want to have something to refer back to, the education area of the growtimehydro.com website is awesome. So with that, I will sign off for the week. I look forward to seeing you all next week. We're going to do plant tips next week. And then after that, we are going to switch it up and we're going to start working with hardware. So instead of talking about gardening and your plants and nutrients and seeds and things like that, we are going to switch over to the actual systems that we build. Yep, I'll put some links in the comments eventually. I don't have them right now, but we'll talk about like building things like towers. We'll talk about the aeroponics setup, how to build a Krakey tub, just different hardware that's available. talk about hole saws and, you know, what kind of glue to not use. You actually don't want to use glue in hydroponics. So join us next week. I'm super excited for more plant tips and then to transition into the hardware and the building of the systems and the DIY aspect of everything. So thanks so much for joining us, and I hope you all have a good night.